I feel events like this are really important because they help bring together various different nations. They provide an opportunity for us to network across international boundaries, which I feel is very important because cybersecurity and tackling cybercrime is very much an international dilemma to face. So I feel it's important that not only do we network across international boundaries, but we share ideas, we innovate, and these events really do give the platform to do that. I think it's important that we first recognise the importance of digital forensics and digital forensic evidence. In 2013, digital forensic evidence was used to convict the author of a Trojan which attacked the banking sector and infected around 1.4 million PCs. So that's a fairly common example of where digital forensics is being used to bring suspects to justice. And if we recognise that, and we recognise that digital forensics is a developed field within the developed world, I think for those looking to get into forensics, it's important that they draw on the experiences of others and draw on those resources as well. It's very important for them to make the appropriate decisions relevant to them, and ensure that they put the necessary education plans in place, and also ensure that they work with industry peers to get to the results and get evidential information out quickly. Yep, they're all a challenge. They're an ongoing challenge which we face. First of all, if we consider bring your own device, most organizations, and it's been reported that less than 20% of businesses actually know how many devices are connected to their network. In addition to that, if you consider how much data each of us as individuals generate on a daily basis, just by surfing the internet, sending text messages, sending emails, this contributes to huge volumes of data, which is called big data. Right. So if we take those two in tandem, we can see that we have a lot more information, and it's sensitive information, it's information about ourselves, and there's also less control over that information. And a combination of those two things are a real magnet to hackers, and there's a real risk there of malicious activity. Investigation models, and in particular a successful investigation, is based on fact. As a result, it's important that we apply a scientific model towards a digital forensic investigation. So this model includes everything from identifying electronic data and electronic devices, the subsequent collection of that data, and then we move on and we draw a hypothesis of our investigation before we analyze the data and do our examination. The next steps in that model are to test our hypotheses before we subsequently extract our results and generate reports. Applying that principle ensures that we approach a digital forensic investigation in a structured manner. If we consider recent events such as the Edward Snowden hack, the Edward Snowden data leak, or any of the major hacks which have been reported recently, it's important that we don't dive into those investigations head first, but instead we approach them in a very structured way and apply a scientific model to those investigations to ensure that we see the bigger picture in the investigation.